Have you ever noticed how the biggest breakthroughs rarely happen when you feel inspired? They happen after ordinary days filled with doubt, boredom, and resistance. Most people believe consistency is powered by motivation, but that belief quietly destroys their progress. The truth is uncomfortable. Motivation comes and goes, while consistency is built through decisions made when every excuse feels completely reasonable. That difference changes everything you achieve, forever.
The moment you feel like giving up is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that you have reached the point where most people stop. Every meaningful goal has a hidden barrier separating dreamers from achievers. Crossing that barrier never feels exciting. It feels repetitive, slow, frustrating, and invisible. Yet every successful person has learned to keep moving before seeing visible results appear. Your brain is designed to protect comfort, not greatness. It constantly searches for easier options because survival once depended on conserving energy. Today, that ancient programming whispers that skipping one workout, delaying one project, or avoiding one difficult conversation is harmless. Those tiny choices slowly become powerful habits, quietly shaping a future that looks nothing like the life you imagined before. Imagine planting a seed and digging it up every morning to check whether it has grown. You would never see roots because growth happens beneath the surface first. Personal transformation follows the same pattern. Long before confidence becomes visible, discipline grows silently. Long before success appears publicly, consistent actions reshape your identity where nobody else can witness the remarkable process unfolding daily. The people you admire are not consistently motivated. They are consistently committed. They wake up with doubts, distractions, and fears, just like everyone else. The difference is that they refuse to let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. They understand a simple truth that changes lives forever. Every small promise you keep to yourself strengthens the person you are becoming tomorrow. Success rarely arrives with applause. It usually appears disguised as another ordinary day, requiring another ordinary effort. That is why so many people quit too early. They expect progress to feel exciting every morning. Instead, progress often feels repetitive. The willingness to repeat meaningful actions without immediate rewards is what separates lasting achievement from temporary enthusiasm. Consistency begins where excitement quietly ends, allowing discipline to take complete control. Think about the strongest buildings ever constructed. Their strength does not come from one perfect brick, but from thousands placed carefully over time. Your habits work the same way. Every focused hour, every completed task, and every promise you keep becomes another brick in the foundation of your future. Miss one brick and nothing collapses. Stop building completely and the structure never rises above your dreams. Most people measure success by visible results, but high performers measure success by daily actions. They understand that results are delayed while actions are always available. When you shift your attention from chasing outcomes to mastering today's responsibilities, pressure begins to disappear. Ironically, the less obsessed you become with immediate success, the faster meaningful progress starts showing in every important area of your life. There will always be days when your energy disappears, your confidence fades, and your goals seem impossible. Those moments are not interruptions in your journey. They are the journey itself. Anyone can move forward when life feels easy. Real transformation begins when you continue despite uncertainty, proving to yourself that your commitment is stronger than your temporary emotions or passing doubts. Every time you choose action over excuses, you send a powerful message to your subconscious mind. You begin seeing yourself as someone who finishes what they start. That identity becomes more valuable than any short burst of motivation, because identities create habits, and habits create destinies. The person you become through consistent effort will eventually achieve goals that once seemed completely beyond your reach. The greatest mistake people make is believing that missing one day means they have failed. That single thought destroys more progress than the missed day itself. Consistency is never about perfection. It is about returning quickly whenever you fall behind. The people who succeed are not those who never stumble. They are the ones who refuse to let one bad day become one bad week, month, or year. Your environment quietly shapes your behavior more than your willpower ever will. If distractions surround you, discipline becomes an endless battle. But when your surroundings encourage focus, consistency feels surprisingly natural. Remove unnecessary temptations. Prepare your workspace before you begin, and make the right choice easier than the wrong one. Small changes in your environment often produce life-changing improvements in your daily actions over time. Every excuse sounds convincing while you are making it. You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different, that you need the perfect mood, or that you will start once life becomes less stressful. Tomorrow repeats the same promise until months quietly disappear. Progress belongs to people who begin before they feel ready, because action creates clarity, while endless waiting only strengthens fear and hesitation. Confidence is not something you find before taking action. It is something you earn by keeping promises to yourself repeatedly. Every completed workout, every finished chapter, every difficult conversation builds evidence that you are capable. Your mind believes what your actions repeatedly prove. When your actions become consistent, confidence stops being a hope and becomes a natural reflection of your daily behavior. One day, you will look back and realize that the hardest part was never the work itself. The hardest part was convincing yourself to continue when nothing seemed to be changing. Yet those invisible days were shaping everything. Every quiet decision, every disciplined action, and every moment you refused to quit was preparing you for a future that only consistency could create. The world celebrates dramatic victories, but it rarely notices the invisible routines that make those victories possible. Behind every remarkable achievement are countless ordinary mornings when someone chose discipline over comfort. Those quiet decisions never become headlines, yet they shape extraordinary lives. If you learn to value the process instead of chasing constant recognition, you will discover a source of motivation that never depends on external approval. Your future is not created by the biggest decision you make this year. It is created by the smallest decision you repeat every single day. Reading one page, saving $1, practicing one skill, or taking one healthy step may seem insignificant today. Yet repeated consistently, those tiny actions become impossible to ignore. Great lives are built through accumulation, never through isolated moments of inspiration. There will always be someone who seems more talented, more experienced, or more fortunate than you. Comparing yourself to them steals the energy needed to improve your own life. The only comparison that truly matters is between the person you were yesterday and the person you choose to become today. Consistent self-improvement quietly defeats talent when talent refuses to remain disciplined for long enough. When progress feels invisible, remind yourself that nature never rushes meaningful growth. A tree spends years strengthening its roots before reaching impressive heights. In the same way, your patience, discipline, and persistence are building an inner foundation that cannot always be measured immediately. Trust the process, even when the evidence is hidden, because the strongest transformations often happen long before anyone can actually see them. The next time you feel like giving up, pause for a single moment and ask yourself one powerful question. Will this decision move me closer to the person I want to become, or further away from that future? Your answer may seem small, but repeated every day, it becomes the direction of your entire life. Every lasting success begins with choosing not to quit today. Every meaningful transformation begins with a choice that nobody else can see. You decide to continue despite boredom, uncertainty, and slow progress. That invisible decision slowly reshapes your identity, proving that your commitment is stronger than temporary emotions. The world may never applaud those quiet moments, yet they become the foundation of every extraordinary achievement. Greatness is built privately before it is ever recognized publicly by anyone. Discipline becomes easier when you stop negotiating with yourself every single day. Instead of asking whether you feel motivated, ask whether the action matches the person you are becoming. This simple shift removes unnecessary emotional debate and replaces it with clarity. Consistent people do not waste energy deciding repeatedly. They create standards, follow them faithfully, and allow those standards to shape their future with confidence. Every setback carries a hidden lesson that success could never teach. Failure exposes weak systems, unrealistic expectations, and destructive habits waiting to be corrected. Instead of treating mistakes as proof that you should quit, treat them as valuable feedback guiding your next decision. Growth belongs to those willing to learn, adjust, and continue moving forward without allowing temporary disappointment to define their long-term direction permanently. Imagine waking up 1 year from today, knowing you honored every promise you made to yourself. Think about the confidence, peace, and self-respect that version of you would carry every single day. That future is not created by luck or perfect circumstances. It is created through ordinary actions, repeated consistently until they become part of your identity, transforming your life one disciplined decision at a time. Success is rarely the result of one extraordinary decision. It grows from hundreds of ordinary choices, repeated without applause. Every day you continue, you cast another vote for the person you want to become. Eventually, those votes outweigh every excuse, every fear, and every doubt, creating a life built on unwavering consistency instead of temporary motivation alone. Keep showing up, especially when nobody is watching, because that is where character, momentum is easier to protect than to rebuild. Missing one intentional action may seem harmless, but repeated delays quietly weaken trust in yourself. Honor the smallest commitment possible today, even if it feels insignificant. Small victories maintain momentum, strengthen belief, and remind your mind that progress never requires perfection, only persistence, practiced consistently through every single day, regardless of circumstances or emotions you experience along the way. Forward, always, confidently. Motivation fades because emotions naturally change. Purpose, however, survives difficult seasons,
because it is connected to something deeper than comfort. When your actions reflect meaningful values instead of temporary feelings, consistency becomes an expression of identity rather than obligation. That inner alignment creates resilience, capable of carrying you through every challenge life presents without breaking your determination again and again until success becomes inevitable through patient repetition every single time. Remember that every expert once struggled with the basics. They improved because they refused to stop practicing after imperfect results. Your current limitations are not permanent barriers. They are temporary starting points. Treat every repetition as an investment in your future abilities, knowing that mastery always belongs to those who remain patient enough to continue learning. Trust the process, embrace gradual improvement, and never underestimate consistent effort over time again. One consistent decision today can inspire another tomorrow, creating a chain reaction that changes your entire future. Every disciplined choice strengthens self-respect, while every avoided excuse weakens fear's influence. Keep moving forward with quiet determination. Someday, you will admire the results, unaware that they were built through countless ordinary moments when you simply refused to quit, kept believing, kept learning, kept acting every single day without looking back at all. The difference between winners and everyone else is not talent alone, but their ability to continue after enthusiasm disappears. They understand that success is earned through repeated action, not occasional inspiration. Each ordinary day becomes another opportunity to strengthen discipline, protect momentum, and prove that lasting achievement belongs to those who keep showing up, regardless of temporary feelings, setbacks, distractions, criticism, delays, uncertainty, boredom, fear, doubt, fatigue, or comfort's pull. Never underestimate the power of one more attempt. The extra page you read, the final workout you complete, or the difficult task you finish today may seem small, yet those moments accumulate into extraordinary results. Life quietly rewards people who remain faithful to their daily commitments long before visible success finally appears. Before the world notices their remarkable transformation taking shape beneath every consistent decision they make without giving up. Every meaningful goal demands patience before providing proof. During that waiting period, your mindset matters more than your circumstances. Choose faith in your process instead of frustration over delayed results. Continue planting disciplined actions because harvests always arrive after seasons of unseen growth. Steady effort, intentional learning, resilient persistence, humble adjustments, courageous choices, quiet endurance, unwavering commitment, daily practice, genuine belief, consistent execution, lasting character, remarkable fulfillment eventually follows naturally. Imagine meeting your future self 5 years from now. That person will not thank you for being comfortable. They will thank you for every difficult choice you made when quitting seemed easier. Those forgotten moments became the bridge between potential and reality, shaping confidence, wisdom, resilience, purpose, freedom, fulfillment, lasting impact through relentless consistency, despite uncertainty, sacrifice, discomfort, failures, delays, criticism, loneliness, obstacles, fear, doubt, every single determined day lived. Stop where you are, use what you have, and do what you can today. Waiting for perfect conditions only postpones the life you deserve. Progress begins the moment you stop searching for certainty and start acting with Unwavering consistency will accomplish what motivation alone never could, transforming ordinary effort into extraordinary results across your entire life forever with purpose. There comes a moment in every journey when the only thing standing between you and your dream is your willingness to continue. Nothing feels exciting anymore. Results remain invisible, and every excuse sounds reasonable. This is the moment that defines your future. If you keep going despite uncertainty, you develop a level of resilience that no failure, criticism, setback, disappointment, obstacle, challenge, fear, or distraction can ever destroy again. Most people believe success changes a person. In reality, consistency changes a person first, and success simply reveals who they have already become. Every disciplined action strengthens your identity until excellence feels natural instead of forced. The transformation happens quietly within your daily choices, long before the world notices your achievements. Lasting greatness is always created from invisible habits, practiced faithfully with patience, humility, courage, purpose, persistence, discipline, and unwavering belief. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your repeated decisions. Every morning offers another opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Refuse to let temporary emotions control permanent outcomes. Replace hesitation with action, excuses with responsibility, and fear with deliberate progress. Small improvements may appear insignificant today, but compounded over months and years, they become extraordinary achievements that completely redefine your future and the person you become forever. One day, your story will inspire someone facing the same struggles you experience today. They will admire your confidence without seeing the countless mornings you wanted to quit. They will celebrate your success without witnessing every sacrifice made in silence. Continue anyway. Your greatest victories are being prepared during moments when nobody notices your effort, your discipline, your patience, your courage, your faith, or your determination to continue moving forward. One small step today can completely change your life tomorrow. So whenever life whispers that you are not making progress, remember this simple truth. Progress is not always visible. It is always happening when you refuse to stop. Keep your promises, trust your process, and honor your purpose every single day. Because in the end, success does not belong to the most gifted. It belongs to those who stayed consistent long after everyone else decided to give up completely. The journey you are building is bigger than any single goal. It is creating a version of yourself that no obstacle can easily break. Every challenge you overcome becomes evidence that you are stronger than yesterday. Every promise you keep builds unshakable self-respect. Over time, your greatest achievement will not simply be reaching your destination. It will be becoming someone capable of achieving anything through disciplined, intentional, consistent effort every single day, forever. People often wait for confidence before taking action, never realizing confidence is the reward for action itself. Every difficult step you complete teaches your mind that you are capable of more than you imagined. Fear begins losing its influence because experience replaces uncertainty. The more consistently you act despite discomfort, the more naturally courage becomes part of your identity, guiding your decisions through every challenge with calm determination and lasting inner strength. There is incredible power in finishing what you start. Completing even the smallest task trains your brain to trust your own words. That trust becomes the foundation of discipline, resilience, and long-term success. Broken promises weaken self-belief, while fulfilled commitments strengthen character. Protect your integrity by honoring the commitments you make to yourself, because your future depends on the habits your present self chooses to repeat every single day, consistently.
Life will never remove every obstacle before giving you permission to succeed. There will always be uncertainty, unexpected setbacks, difficult people, and moments of self-doubt. Waiting for perfect conditions only delays your potential. Learn to move forward with imperfect circumstances, because progress belongs to those who adapt, remain patient, and continue taking meaningful action despite challenges that would convince most people to stop before reaching their true potential.
Years from now, your success will appear effortless to people who never witnessed the sacrifices behind it. They will see the results, but overlook the countless ordinary days when you chose discipline instead of comfort. Let them misunderstand the journey. You know the truth. Every meaningful accomplishment is earned through consistent action, repeated long after excitement disappears, proving that persistence remains the greatest advantage anyone can develop in this lifetime. The moment you stop expecting instant results, everything begins to change. Patience transforms frustration into focus, allowing you to appreciate every small step forward. Real progress is rarely dramatic. It is quiet, steady, and often unnoticed. Trust that every disciplined action is shaping a stronger future. The rewards may arrive later than expected, but they always reflect the consistency you invested when nobody else believed your efforts truly mattered. Your habits are writing the story of your life, whether you realize it or not. Every repeated action becomes another sentence, every decision another chapter. If you dislike the direction of your story, change the habits that create it. You do not need a completely different life overnight. You only need enough courage to write one better page today, then repeat that choice again tomorrow with unwavering determination and purpose. The strongest people are not those who never experience doubt. They are the ones who refuse to let doubt become their identity. Fear may walk beside you, but it never has to lead you. Continue acting with confidence until your actions become stronger than your hesitation. Eventually, your mind accepts what your behavior repeatedly demonstrates, replacing uncertainty with quiet belief, lasting resilience, meaningful growth, and genuine self-confidence through persistent action. Every sunrise offers a fresh opportunity to begin again, without carrying yesterday's failures as permanent burdens. Learn from your mistakes, forgive yourself quickly, and return to the work that matters most. Progress belongs to people who recover faster, not those who never struggle. Every comeback strengthens your resilience, proving that your greatest power lies in your ability to continue despite setbacks, disappointment, fear, uncertainty, and temporary failure. One decision can change a day, one habit can change a year, and one consistent mindset can transform an entire lifetime. Never underestimate the influence of small actions performed faithfully over time. Continue choosing growth when comfort feels tempting, discipline when excuses sound convincing, and purpose when distractions appear attractive. Your future is being created right now, one deliberate decision after another, until success becomes an unavoidable consequence of consistency. Every meaningful dream asks the same question in different ways. Will you continue when the excitement disappears? Most people answer with temporary effort, version of yourself you admire already exists as a possibility within you. It is shaped every time you choose discipline over delay, courage over comfort, and action over excuses. Those decisions may feel insignificant today, yet they slowly transform your identity from someone who hopes into someone who knows. Confidence grows naturally when your daily behavior consistently matches the future you are determined to create for yourself. Success does not arrive because the path becomes easier. It arrives because you become stronger with every challenge you refuse to avoid. Each obstacle teaches patience, every setback builds resilience, and every difficult day strengthens your character. What once seemed impossible gradually becomes routine, not because life changed, but because your mindset evolved through relentless practice, purposeful effort, unwavering discipline, and the courage to continue regardless of uncertainty. Never allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions about your future. Feelings change with time, but the consequences of quitting often remain for years. Instead of asking whether you feel motivated, ask whether your future deserves another honest effort today. That simple question shifts your attention from comfort toward purpose, empowering you to take one meaningful step forward, even when your emotions argue against continuing the journey. At the end of your life, you will rarely regret the difficult days you endured with courage. You will remember the moments when you believed in yourself despite uncertainty and continued despite every reason to stop. Let today become one of those moments. Keep moving, keep growing, and keep trusting the process. Because remarkable lives are built by ordinary people who simply refuse to quit when progress feels invisible. Your breakthrough may be much closer than your emotions suggest. Many people quit only moments before their consistent efforts begin producing visible results. Because progress is often invisible, discouragement can easily disguise itself as logic. Do not confuse delayed rewards with wasted effort. Every disciplined action is creating momentum beneath the surface, preparing opportunities that cannot appear until you become the person capable of sustaining lasting success with humility. There is remarkable freedom in accepting that perfection is unnecessary. Perfection creates pressure, while consistency creates progress. When you stop chasing flawless performance and focus on showing up every day, you remove the fear that keeps so many people trapped. Improvement becomes enjoyable because every small victory counts, every lesson matters, and every imperfect attempt moves you closer toward the future you have always imagined with confidence. Your daily routine is a conversation with your future self. Every action answers an important question. Can I trust you to build the life we both desire? Whenever you honor your commitments, the answer becomes stronger. Self-respect grows quietly through repeated integrity, not empty promises. Protect that relationship carefully, because the trust you build with yourself becomes the foundation of confidence, resilience, fulfillment, and meaningful long-term achievement throughout life. Every season of struggle carries hidden gifts that comfort could never provide. Difficult moments sharpen your perspective, strengthen your patience, and reveal abilities you never knew existed. Instead of asking why life feels hard, ask what this experience is teaching you. That simple shift transforms suffering into growth, allowing every challenge to become another step toward wisdom, emotional strength, deeper purpose, and unshakable belief in yourself always. Your daily routine is a conversation with your future self. Every action answers an important question. Can I trust you to build the life
experience sharpen your perspective, strengthen your patience, and reveal abilities you never knew existed. Instead of asking why life feels hard, ask what this experience is teaching you. That single shift transforms suffering into growth, allowing every challenge to become another step toward wisdom, emotional strength, deeper purpose, and an unshakable belief in yourself always. Never forget that consistency is ultimately an act of self-respect. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you declare that your future matters more than today's excuses. Continue making that choice, especially when nobody is watching. One day, you will stand exactly where you once dreamed of being, realizing that your greatest victory was never talent or luck. It was simply your decision to never stop moving forward. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is choosing to begin again after disappointment. Starting over does not erase your previous progress. It proves that hope remains stronger than failure. Every fresh attempt carries the wisdom of every mistake you survived. Instead of seeing another beginning as weakness, recognize it as evidence that your determination continues growing despite every obstacle life has placed before you along your remarkable journey toward lasting fulfillment. Your life changes the moment discipline becomes part of your identity instead of a temporary strategy. Once you believe you are someone who always finishes what they start, your actions naturally follow that belief. Habits become easier, excuses become weaker, and progress becomes inevitable. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior shapes results. And repeated results eventually create the extraordinary life that once existed only inside your imagination and deepest ambitions.
Do not wait until fear disappears before taking your next step. Fear often walks beside every worthwhile opportunity because growth always requires entering unfamiliar territory. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that something else matters more. Continue acting with purpose despite uncertainty, and eventually your confidence will become louder than the doubts that once convinced you to remain comfortably where you started.
Every evening gives you an opportunity to reflect honestly. Ask yourself whether today's actions moved you closer to the future you desire. If the answer is yes, celebrate your consistency. If the answer is no, forgive yourself quickly and improve tomorrow. Growth belongs to those who learn continuously, without becoming prisoners of guilt, regret, or self-criticism, choosing progress over perfection with renewed determination every single day ahead. One day, you will realize that the greatest reward was never money, recognition, or achievement alone. The greatest reward was becoming a person who could be trusted by themselves through every challenge. That quiet confidence cannot be purchased, borrowed, or inherited. It is earned through thousands of ordinary decisions made with extraordinary commitment, proving that true success begins within, long before it becomes visible to the outside world. Every challenge you overcome leaves behind something more valuable than success itself. It leaves evidence that you are capable of facing uncertainty without surrendering your purpose. That evidence becomes your greatest source of confidence during future struggles. Whenever doubt returns, remember the obstacles you already conquered. Your past victories are not memories alone. They are reminders that resilience grows stronger every time you choose persistence instead of surrender or fear. The distance between your current life and your desired future is measured by repeated choices rather than dramatic events. Every disciplined morning, focused hour, and intentional decision quietly narrows that distance. Although the progress may feel invisible, Each consistent action is moving you forward. Keep trusting the process, because extraordinary transformations are created through ordinary moments, repeated with patience, commitment, resilience, purpose, courage, and unwavering daily discipline together. Protect your attention as carefully as you protect your dreams. The world constantly competes for your focus, offering endless distractions disguised as entertainment, comfort, or urgency. Every unnecessary distraction steals time that can never be recovered. Choose intentionally where your energy goes, because whatever receives your consistent attention eventually shapes your character, influences your habits, determines your priorities, and ultimately defines the quality of your entire life. Protect your attention as carefully as you protect your dreams. The world constantly competes for your focus, offering endless distractions disguised as entertainment, comfort, or urgency. Every unnecessary distraction steals time that can never be recovered. Choose intentionally where your energy goes, because whatever receives your consistent attention eventually shapes your character, influences your habits, determines your priorities, and ultimately defines the quality of your entire life. There will always be reasons to postpone your goals, but there will never be a perfect moment to pursue them. Waiting for certainty only strengthens hesitation. Begin with what you have, improve while moving, and allow experience to become your greatest teacher. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And confidence creates possibilities that hesitation could never reveal. Opening doors you once believed were permanently closed to your future. As this journey comes to an end, remember one timeless truth. You are not defined by your worst day, your biggest mistake, or your temporary lack of motivation. You are defined by the decision you make next. Choose consistency. Choose growth. Choose courage. Then repeat that choice every single day until your dreams become your reality, and your reality becomes an inspiration for others to follow with confidence. The story of your life will never be written by the days when everything felt easy. It will be written by the quiet moments when nobody believed in you, when results refused to appear, and when every excuse invited you to stop. Those were the moments that revealed your true character. Every time you chose to continue, you became someone stronger, wiser, and closer to the future you once thought was impossible. Years from now, people may admire your achievements without ever understanding the price you paid to earn them. They will notice your confidence, but never see the countless battles you fought within yourself. They will celebrate your success, but never witness the ordinary days when discipline quietly defeated doubt. That is the beauty of consistency. Its greatest victories are invisible until one day they become impossible for the world to ignore. So whenever life asks whether you are ready to give up, answer with your actions instead of your words. Take one more step. Read one more page. Finish one more task. Keep one more promise to yourself. Those small decisions will eventually become the story of a life filled with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Because the people who change their lives are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who never stop growing. So whenever life asks whether you are ready to give up, answer with your actions instead of your words. Take one more step. Read one more page. Finish one more task. Keep one more promise to yourself. Those small decisions will eventually become the story of a life filled with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Because the people who change their lives are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who never stop growing. Perhaps, years from today, someone will ask you the secret behind everything you achieved. They will expect you to reveal a hidden formula, a lucky opportunity, or a perfect strategy. Smile quietly, because you will know the truth. There was never any secret. There was only one ordinary decision, repeated every single day, long after everyone else decided to quit. So when this chapter ends, let another one begin. Close this video, but never close the promise you made to yourself today. Because your future is listening to every decision you make. Your dreams are waiting on the other side of your consistency. And the life you have always imagined is not asking you to be perfect. It is only asking you to keep going. One day, one choice, and one step